Obviously excited about the great performance today. We've been building on this for about 8 months through an unbelievable difficult winter, difficult spring, difficult summer, difficult fall camp because we knew we needed to be better and challenge the guys, and they challenged each other and talked about 3 things really before the game, and that was next level communication on the field, next level physicality on the field, and then believing that we're a better football team, believing that your buddy next to you is going to make a play, believing in each other, most importantly, believing in yourself. And I was so proud of how we played. It wasn't perfect. We have to continue to improve. We made some first game mistakes, had some penalties and stuff. But overall, I was just so happy to see how hard the guys played. And you kind of take that for granted that guys play hard, but today they played extremely hard and made plays when it mattered. So it was a great team win.
Raise your hand for questions. We have mics here.
Hey, Chris, congrats on the win first. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you think the defense did best today, and also the decision behind going 3 linemen pretty much the entire way?
I've been working on that for 8 months, and it was no secret. We needed to be better on defense this year, and we worked both our 4 down and our 3 down the entire spring, and just kind of learned the 3 down from some people that I'm pretty close to in the profession, and dug into it more as we had spring ball. Learned, liked some things. We're able to get TJ and Russ and either Ross Elder or J-Mac in the game at the same time, and then worked it extensively again in the fall camp with our 4 down, and we had 2 packages ready to go, and we ran a little bit of, we started in 3 down, flipped to 4 down, and had some success there, but as the game wore on, the kids felt more comfortable in some of the 3 down stuff, and so we'll continue to be both, because I think we have the ability, because we have a lot of good defensive linemen, and so it was fun to watch those kids embrace that and play hard.
All right, here, fifth.
Hey, Coach, you kind of touched on this in your opening remarks, but the focus from beginning to end, attention to detail, seemed at a really high level most of the day.
Yeah, I thought it was. We started fast, had a big drive and turned the ball over, but I thought it was a sign of something that we have pretty good skilled kids, and we were able to protect, do some good things, and their kid made a good play, but we were able to get off the field, and that's something we weren't able to do for a while, and we were able to get off the field on defense. Even when they would make some plays and flip the field and get a few first downs, we were able to find a way to get a couple sacks or whatever it may be, or win in the red zone. And so I thought we started fast. Coming out in the second half, we need to be a better second half football team, and give those guys credit. I thought Stanford made a lot of really good adjustments for their defense, and they pressured us a lot more to start the second half. We had a tough time getting into rhythm in the third quarter, but we were able to hang in there defensively by making some plays. We had a big pick, and we never gave up the explosive play, and that's something that we've been talking ad nauseum about, is the explosive play that hurt us so much. We have to do a great job of preventing those, and we did.
Go ahead, John, here.
Yeah, Chris, the 3rd and 13 call to Deuce, were you thinking when you called that play that he had the capability to pop that?
Well, I heard the call, and from Mess, I saw somebody else do it, whether it was 2019 or 2020, and do the same thing for a big play. And we had it dialed up. It wasn't a check. It was a call because of how they looked and how they rushed the passer. And we thought that if he got through that first level, he had to make one guy miss. And I'll take my chances with 22, and made a big play. That was huge, because it was 3rd and long, and we luckily got the look that we wanted, so Skyler was able to stay with the play, and once it popped, I thought it had a chance.
Chris, you feel like you had some over-the-top coverages that gave you a lot of looks, got a lot of eyes into the backfield?
You're talking our defense, you're saying? Yeah. We changed things up an awful lot. We played a lot more 3 deep than I thought we would play. we played some two deep and rolled the corners up, and then we played some inverted safety looks, and that's and then we were able to pressure just a little bit. We didn't pressure a bunch, but when we did, we were effective with our pressure. The pick that Russ had was off of a pressure out of an empty check, and so we did a lot of things, but we didn't have that many snaps, I don't think, on defense as well. Wouldn't they have 52 plays? It's not very many football games you're going to see one team have 52 and another one have 45. It's kind of refreshing as a defensive coach to see that.
You know, Coach, I think Daniel Green had a really good game. What do you think of his play until the ejection?
Yeah, he's playing really well for us, and I honestly still didn't see it. But you know, that's where they're taking out of the game of football, and if they saw it, then they were right to call it. But I don't want to take anything away what Daniel has done. He's becoming a really, really good linebacker for us, and we were able to rotate he and Nick Allen, and then Cody and Austin Moore. We played some backers in there, but really pleased with Deuce's play.
I know you might not want to give yourself a lot of credit, but you said in the offseason that you spent more time around the defense than any other offseason. Does that play a role in how great this defense really played today?
I was with them more. We've got great defensive coaches. Joe called the game, and he's going to continue to call the game. I just was, once we changed and started to play more three down, I wanted to become more actively involved in game planning and meetings and all that stuff. And you got to realize I got my best friend on the other side as the offensive coordinator that I've known since I was 11, and I said, Mess, he probably loves it. I said, Mess, I'm not going to see you very much. And so I spent all the time with the defense. Right now, that's what I feel like I have to do to help us. We'll see how it goes. But Joe did a phenomenal job, and the defensive staff did a phenomenal job getting these guys ready to play a really, really physical team.
Hey, Coach, lots of defensive rotations. Just how nice was it to have fresh bodies in there at the end of the game?
Well, regardless of what the outcome was going to be today, we were going to play an awful lot of guys on defense. We felt we needed to, and we kind of talked as a defensive staff. We have 3 games to find out about some of these young kids, to find out about some of the new kids, and we've got to play them. I don't care if they play 6 plays. I don't care if they play 40 plays. We've got to play some guys so that we know what we have getting into conference play. So the same thing's going to happen the next couple weeks. But I give a credit to those kids because we told them, you own your role, whatever that is. Sincere Mason, you own your role. You're backing up TJ. You're going to play some snaps. Played a handful of snaps. Reggie Stubblefield, new to our program, you're only going to play a handful of snaps. But those need to be impactful snaps, and they were for us. And so we're going to continue to play some guys because it keeps everybody engaged, and I thought we played fast for 4 quarters.
Obviously gave a few sacks, but also had some really big holes. The offensive line opened up. I know you'll know more after you look at the film, but what were your just initial impressions of how the offensive line played today?
I thought we did a really nice job. Obviously, it can be better, but we did a really nice job against a very athletic, physical front. I thought we were better in the first half probably than we were in the second half. There was one time that Skyler found Phillip really late, and we protected for an awful long time. And so there's a lot of veteran guys in there that take a lot of pride. But I think the best thing you'd say about our offense today, and we had some really good plays, but they were so excited to finish the game on the field. We weren't going to punt that ball. And we called timeout and said, we are getting a first down. We're going to end this with you guys out on the field. And that was a statement that we came over and they said, Coach, we're going for it. I said, you're dang right we're going for it. And we're getting this thing, and we're ending this thing on offense. And they were so excited about that. That was really cool.
Chris, do you feel comfortable saying who helped you learn the 3-down stuff over the last
I don't really want
to
divulge that. But thank you.
Well, since I didn't get an answer there, can you just what are your quick thoughts on how Skyler handled his first game back?
Really well. It's been a long time since he's played, and it was good for him to get his feet wet and make some plays and run the football some, make some really good throws. I know he'll be better and better and better because of the plays that he played today, and it's really neat to see his relationship with Will Howard. Because Will Howard is, in my mind right now, the best backup quarterback in the country that we could win with. And Will's going to have an impact on this season, I promise you that.
We have time for one more.
What was the preparation like for both quarterbacks, not knowing which one was going to start? Did that change anything for your defense?
Yeah, no, it really didn't. We thought both quarterbacks were going to provide the same stuff that they would do offensively. We were just, when zero came in, we knew that was going to be a little bit more of an option game. But, they have really tremendous wide receivers that make 50-50 catches, and that's what you saw today. I thought our coverage was good. Give those guys credit. They made some plays, and they put the ball in good spots.
Last one here for Ryan.
That's one to ask real quick. I know it kind of gets lost a little bit in the grand scheme of things, but how important do you think was it for Tayton to kick in a live game, and not only that, but to make it? I know that has to somewhat settle his nerves.
Yeah, I was glad we got a couple PATs for him, but that was a big kick now. It's 14-0, and we can take it to a 3-score game. What was it, a 40-yarder somewhere in there? 30, yeah, 40 yards. And he's been swinging it really well and banged some 50-plus yarders in some game situations in practice, and excited for him because I was concerned, but I saw the way he practiced for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and he's a weapon for us.